welcome to the Crime Chat. I'm your forensic femme fatale. Natalie is your true crime addict connoisseur.
We're just two normal girls who obsess about dark crimes, evil minds, and occasionally the unknown.
Here is your disclaimer, chatters. The following Crime Chat contains adult content and descriptions of violent scenarios today. I do know this. Your listener discretion is advised.
You have been warned. And before we get into today's Crime Chat, Kat, what have you done?
So I finished binging You, the TV show, You.
Right.
Not You.
I know.
But I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh.
You're binging me?
I'm binging You. The secret camera. I'm just kidding. Although he's pretty creepy and has cameras and all that. But the season 4 came out. I think I said that last week. The second half of season 4 comes out March 9th. So by the time this podcast is actually published, I guarantee I would have finished it. But at this point in time of recording, it's not out yet, but it will be soon enough, and I will have watched it because I can guarantee I will.
Oh, really? Okay,
yes.
Good.
Oh, yes. I know you mentioned you were watching the Murdaugh trial.
I had to stop.
Okay.
Because he is really annoying.
Yes.
There's something about the man that is just very annoying. And I don't know if I'm just desensitized at this point over murder, but I feel bad for the family and everything.
Right.
I'm not convinced that he did it. I think that he's a bad dude and he messed with the wrong people.
Well, I did watch the Murdaugh Murders on Netflix, the limited series that they have. Did you see that?
I saw it, but I did not watch it yet.
Okay. So,
I think that happened to me once. I dated a cop in New York, and it was when he was asking me questions, they were very drilling.
Yeah.
Drilling. I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Exactly.
No, I would plead the fifth. God damn it.
Well, before we get into your story, because I'm so anxious to hear, I know you've got some ties to our topic today. I do have some facts about Staten Island.
Shallon.
It is a borough of New York City located in Richmond County, New York. It is just that, an island. If you look on a map, right? Staten Island does lack venues. One can see that there are, though, some live music artists at local restaurants and spaces such as Flagship Brewery and Tap Room and O. Henry's, the Hop Shop, Sepe Pizza Bar, the Burrito Bar, Adobe Blues, and Hub 17 is hopping on most weekends.
I've had a bunch of drunk nights at the Burrito Bar and Adobe Blues.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we want to see pictures. We don't believe it. We want proof. One final note. Here are 5 strange things you may not know about Staten Island. Number 1, it is the second wealthiest borough following Manhattan. Number 2, it has 170 parks with 12,300 acres of protected land. Number 3, Staten Island's ferry wasn't always free, and you probably know that. Up until 1997, passengers were expected to pay 50 cents per person per ride. Number 4, once home to the largest landfill, which is now becoming a park, 53 years, Staten Island was the home to about 150 million pounds of trash in Fresh Kills landfill. Now, Fresh Kills is a river or a stream there, right?
Well, Fresh Kills is the area. Yeah,
the area.
That's what they call the dump area. Fresh Kills.
Fresh Kills.
Because, a lot of killing.
Right. It was closed in 2001. And the newly established park won't be fully operational until 2036.
What the hell is going to send their kid there?
Number 5, I don't know if you knew this. Game of Thrones fans may be happy to know the inspiration for Westeros was modeled after Staten Island.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So the creator, he lived in New Jersey, and he would look out his window and see Staten Island. And that's kind of, as far as modeling it and drawing it out, that's
the coolest fact about Staten Island right now. Okay. Okay. So disclaimer, warning, this crime chat is not for the faint of heart and may be disturbing to some listeners. The story is graphic. It involves rape, molestation, and cannibalism of children. It includes actual unedited confessions by the killer, who is an actual monster. So if this is not for you, please feel free to skip us and check us out for the next episode.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So as a former Staten Islander, I wanted to do this case because honestly, I've heard this case told so many times. But most of the time, Staten Island is easily depicted as some type of weird, negative, scary place without any personal knowledge. And it's all true, Kat. No, just joking. It's so a great weird place. It's so weird. It's a great place. It's my favorite borough. And there's a reason why it's the forgotten borough, and I'll get into that later.
Okay.
So between 1870 and 1936, the press and community gave this monster a couple of names. We know him as the werewolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn vampire, the moon maniac, the real boogeyman, and the most popular one, the gray man. Our story today is about Albert Fish. All right. So by 1890, at the age of 20, Fish moved to New York City. He stated this is where he worked as a painter and became a part-time male prostitute, as well as hiring some for his pleasure. He also started molesting and raping boys, some as young as 6 years old. He would lure boys into the houses he was working at as a painter. And he traveled a lot as a painter. So the number of children he hurt technically is unknown.
Yeah.
No. His depraved sexual appetite grew. He started whipping himself with a cat of nine tails, which is a whip that he created, which is like a whip with like little 9 extra little whips hanging from it, usually with some type of metal, heavy weighted end to it. This is also around the time where he began to write obscene letters to random women in response to their classified ads or in matrimonial agency ads.
This is when it was like, I don't want to say safe because it's, to write, desperately seeking Susan or, single white female. Yeah, like literally there are stories made based on those classified ads.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Craigslist.
Craigslist. Yeah. Well, Craigslist is essentially the electronic classifieds.
Fish stated this is where he started to have hallucinations. He continued to indulge in self-harm. One of his favorite torture devices or pastimes was to drive needles into his groin and abdomen. Later x-rays of Fish's abdomen and pelvic area would show that he had 29 needles lodged into his groin.
Yes, I've seen that. And
also pay local boys to lure other children to him. Fish would then trap them, torture them, mutilate their bodies, and murder the children, all by using what he called his implements of hell, which consisted of a meat cleaver, a butcher's knife, and a handsaw, amongst other stuff.
It's interesting. He named it implements of hell when they were pleasure for him.
I guess I would say go hand in hand.
I would say, heavenly tools.
Right. Right. You're right. That's I didn't even think of it that way, but that was what he called his little toolbox.
I mean, other people would think they're implements of hell, but I mean, for him, I just found it interesting.
Fish made no attempt to deny the murder of Grace Budd, saying that he meant to go to the house to kill her and her brother Edward. Fish said it never even entered his head to rape the girl. But he later claimed to his attorney that while kneeling on Grace's chest and strangling her, he did have 2 involuntary ejaculations.
Ugh.
This is a very sick person, Kat.
Yeah. Be sure to check out our next episode featuring the elusive Robert Hansen episode as promised. I promise it's next. I promise. It's already being written.
Okay, good. Good. You don't want to miss it.
We'll see you in the next Crime Chat.
Bye.
You evil people.